You ready? I'm ready. Set the warp.
We're recording. Get out your jitters.
How you doing today? Let's go.
How's it going, everybody? This is a brand new podcast. My name is V. I'm here with my manager of this segment, Ryerson.
Pleasure to meet you. Ryerson here.
Right. Me and Ryerson have been friends for a little bit now, and we fucking love retro games.
100% the facts.
Absolutely love them. So today we're going to be talking about some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie for SNES. I can't see this conversation being too long.
We can make it that long if you want.
We could. It wouldn't surprise me. Once me and you start talking, it's like females getting together for the first time after 2 years.
Hey, shh, that doesn't need to be going out there like
Don't
that.
tell people our secrets.
That's our secret. Stop.
So what do you remember of the game, buddy? When did you play it? When was your first experience of it?
My first experience is probably 1995. I always played as Tommy. Always played as Tommy. So, it was always a battle between me and my twin brother when we played on who was going to take the lead. And it was usually me.
That's because if he took the lead, I beat the fucking piss out of him.
No, what character did you typically pick?
I was always Tommy. I was a big White Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, I was a
Green Ranger, bro.
Yeah, I was a massive White Ranger fan. But that said, did you play it on SNES?
I played it on Genesis predominantly is what the games that I played. I have yet to play it on SNES. I'm pretty sure I would enjoy it.
Sense. So I played it. It wouldn't have been when it was released. I never played it when it released. It was much later than that. And it was a rental. My dad went to a video store and he brought it home. And it was like, you know how rentals were back then. You got it for the weekend. That was the only game you had, and you had a weekend to beat it. If you didn't beat it, you were shit out of fucking luck.
You power played. You stayed up all night playing those games.
Yeah, you pull all-nighters. I can't pull all-nighters now. I'm old as shit.
You do it all the time. Stop it.
But no, it's that's how I played it. It was a rental, and it was the first Power Rangers game I had ever experienced. It was the first one I ever played. So the fact that you could morph on the spot was fucking huge to me. It's huge.
Dude, I can agree. That was one aspect of the games that I loved.
Yeah, it was absolutely. It was a game changer, really, because usually with games like that, back in the NES, SNES days, you had to, if you were playing as a ranger, you had to go through as the ranger.
Yes, you did.
Couldn't just morph. Yeah, that was my experience. Absolutely fucking fell in love with the game. But after that weekend, I never saw the game after. I haven't played it since.
Maybe that should change.
So, the game was released July of 1990.
95? No, 7. I loved Power Rangers as a kid. Like, I watched the show, like, as soon as it started airing. So, me, like, Green Ranger, I really hit home with that character. What about you?
Yeah, I never saw Tommy as the Green Ranger. I was introduced to Tommy in the movie when he was the White Ranger. I never saw the Green Ranger until after that. I went back and watched the shows. And because I was introduced to Tommy as the White Ranger, I didn't really fond of the Green Ranger. I'm not saying I didn't like him. Like, I liked the whole story behind it. He was evil, came good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, just the White Ranger just looks so much better.
Hey, I can't fight you on the looks, man. I can't fight you on the looks. The White Ranger did look pretty cool, but Green Ranger was definitely my favorite. Will always be. I like the bad. I like the bad going to good. I just like that aspect of it.
I always thought it was funny though that the Red Ranger, Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
he was the one who was supposed to be lead. Then when Tommy came around, came White Ranger, that was it.
It was
Rocky
done.
hit the back end.
I have to 100% agree with you. It was like, I'm sorry, but you're just not as cool as Tommy. He was still cool, but just not as cool as Tommy.
Yeah,
And it just turned into Tommy show.
yeah. Tommy took over right after that. He was lead ever since. And but yeah, so the game got released North America, July 1995. It got released for SNES, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear. I only played it for SNES.
Really?
Yeah, I never played it for any other system. I never owned this. I've never owned Genesis ever. I played it at friend's house, but that's it.
You hurt my soul here. You hurt my soul. Well, yeah, no. Like I said, I played it for Sega Genesis earlier. I played that with my twin brother. It was fighting over who get to play. So that was the one aspect of it. I enjoyed the game. I do want to play the SNES version of it, or at least watch it.
I hear there isn't as much to it as Genesis. Genesis had dialogue.
It did have dialogue.
Right.
It also had little cutscenes and stuff like that with it too.
Yeah, see, SNES didn't have that. You picked who you wanted to play as, and it threw you in.
Do you remember like bosses and stuff like that in the NES version?
Yeah, there's bosses, but like there's no dialogue. Even the first level looks different.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I played the game. So first level, I probably couldn't even say that I remember it. I do remember the ending of the game.
I've never beaten it, so I couldn't even tell you that. I think I've gotten through 2, maybe 3 levels, and I could never get any further. Like, I was bad at the game.
Define bad. Do you think if you was to go back right now and play that game, do you think that you could beat it?
Do I think I could beat it? Oh, hell yeah. I might rage a little bit, but I think I hope I fucking.
You might rage a little bit. Oh, dude. So you started when White Ranger and them were introduced, watching the show, playing the game, all that stuff when it comes to the Power Ranger.
Oh, I used to be a big Power Rangers fan when I finally learned about it. I had fucking Power Ranger bed sheets, everything. Yeah, it was huge. I was a massive fan.
I had the bed sheets. I had the underwear. I had the hats. I don't want to say. I had the shirts. I'm not even gonna say
Like, yeah.
I had all of it too.
And the movie, I watched the movie so many times on VHS that by the time the first year or two went by, you couldn't watch it without those squiggly lines on the top. It was just destroyed.
You, if you say you destroyed the VHS, oh man, I've been there a time or two. I need to find that. I think I have the VHS.
I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Huh.
I thought Ivan Ooze was the coolest character, like the coolest villain at the time.
I can see that though.
He was so different from like the ones in the show.
Yeah.
Fun fact though, the show, a little off topic, but the show, Megazord?
Yeah.
They did that with the toy, just cameraed up close.
Okay, that's a cool topic. I did not know that.
Yeah, I read not too long ago that segment of the show where it's transforming into Megazord, they're all transforming, right?
Yeah.
That's done with the toy they released. It's just a close-up shot of it.
I wish I still had my toys.
Yeah, I used to have one that walked around and stuff.
I had one where you could take it apart and stuff like that. Yeah. I probably destroyed that thing when I was a kid. I played with that thing so much. I remember I had the Power Ranger action figures, and I played with them so much that the limbs and stuff was starting to fall off because I would sit there and recreate the episodes and stuff in my hallways.
Oh, I believe it. I used to do the same thing. So I never, like I said, I never played it for anything else but SNES. But I hear that the Game Gear wasn't a side scroller. It wasn't a beat 'em up. It was a competitive fighting game.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a cool concept to see.
Yeah, it was pretty. I bet that was probably the best one out of all of them, graphics wise. From the research that I've done,
Yeah, well,
that one was best graphically.
Sega always had a more superior graphical system that way, so it doesn't surprise me. But it would have been a cool concept because I've only known it to be side scroller beat 'em up, a platform beat 'em up.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of unique that there was four different, like each console had a different version of the game.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't uniform. It was completely different for all four consoles. Because it was on SNES, Sega, Game Gear, and Game Boy, and each one of the games was completely different.
But that's also what brings the charm of it too, because you'll never see a game that's like that now. You'll never see a game that's different for, say, Xbox One or S Series, PS5, PS4, whatever it is. It's going to be uniform all through the board.
Yeah.
So
I think Go ahead.
So yeah, like I was saying, it really brings the charm to the game because each one had a different experience based on which console you had at the time.
Yeah. Man, I think that's one of the reasons why there's such nostalgia of playing the older games and stuff like that. At least for me. You already know. I love retro gaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just nostalgia behind hundreds of titles is outrageous. Now, what I want to touch a small base on before we wrap anything up is Jason David Frank taking his life. That fucking hit me a little bit because like I said, anytime playing a game, I had to play as Tom. Had to be fucking Tom.
Yeah.
Right.
Likewise.
And
sorry, that was my daughter. She wanted to see the peak.
Hey, we got lives outside of podcasts too, you know.
Yeah.
My partner's over here painting me a picture. I can't even see it. She's like inches away from me.
Don't look.
That's what I keep. That's what I've been hearing all day. Don't look over here. I'm drawing a picture.
But yeah, Jason David Frank was a childhood hero of mine. Like, I did so much when I found, like, to emulate him as a child. When I found out that he took his life, that hit home. Really did.
Yeah, and he stayed with the franchise every time it moved on. He was even, if I'm not mistaken, he even made an appearance in the reboot when they made that movie.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, him and the Pink Ranger. I forget her name.
Kimberly.
Yeah, I believe.
I had the biggest crush on Kimberly. I'm not even gonna get started.
Everybody did. Everybody.
Yeah, that and the Yellow Ranger, man. I know. It was.
Her iconic line in the movie was when she tripped that one dude, beat the crap out of him. She's like, "Have a nice trip. See you next fall." It's like, burn.
Right.
But yeah, Jason David Frank, when he was playing Tommy, like as a kid, he was like the cool guy you wanted to be growing up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He had that
rough around the edges, but still good at heart.
Yeah. And then as you got older, start realizing that he's not Tom. Right?
Yeah.
He's much more than that. He ended up being like great MMA fighter and everything.
Yeah.
And he still put the suit on and joined the shows from time to time.
Yeah, 100%.
I know before his death he had just finished a project, new movie I think it was.
Do you know what it was? I didn't know about that.
Something about a white dragon. That.
You want to look that up real quick?
The film's official website has to say about the movie. The aftermath, the city was left destroyed, a past reminder, a great battle and fall of heroes. The heroes were blamed, stripped of their titles, and hunted. But as evil once again threatens to return, must rise from the ashes for the power of the white dragon.
Huh. So it's like a reboot of the original White Dragon. Huh.
Yeah, it's actors from all the other Power Rangers, like I think her name is Syria Hana. Power Rangers Mega Force supposed to be in it. Jason David Frank's daughter, Anna Frank, got to play his character's daughter.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's pretty. But yeah, so that was supposedly his last film. No,
As a father, I'm sorry, I have to say this. As a father, that is awesome. The fact that they created a film together to have that memory locked in for time.
oh yeah, kind of like that though. Those final moments.
Yeah.
I never even knew about the movie. I never knew about the movie until I found out about what happened.
I didn't find out about it until today.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I had no idea. Why are you always filled with so much knowledge?
Me?
Yeah.
I just live here.
Stop it. I'm kind of interested in seeing that game getting played again.
No, I agree. I want to play it again. That's my thing.
That would be sick.
Yeah, my thing is I want to play it again. I think it'd be dope to play live.
Dude, I think you should do it.
Right? Shoot the shit with people in the chat and just play some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers until I either rage quit or I beat it.
You're not gonna rage quit. You better beat it.
But no, I think
Well, no, it's gonna try.
I think streaming it would be pretty dope.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty dope. Well, buddy, thanks for talking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with me.
No, dude, no problem. Anytime.
Right.
This is a blast.
Go ahead.
No. I was just saying it was a blast.
Oh, always.
I think it's like-
Yeah, always. You'll be hearing more from Ryzen. Ryzen is literally my partner in this entire segment. My manager in this whole segment. We talk about it every day. Literally. We just talk about that.
But I love it. I love it. You love it?
Oh, absolutely love it. This is fucking tits. We do have a lineup of games we're going to talk about each season. So the next episode that you will hear whenever that releases, because we don't really have time frames right now, will be Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Ryzen won't be a part of that conversation. My partner, Andy, will be actually, and it's already been recorded, so it's pretty good. It's actually an adorable podcast.
Yes, it is.
But I will say this: Ryzen will be around for another podcast conversation. Not saying what the game is. All I'm saying is it came out for GameCube, and it was a real mind twister.
Yeah.
Well, again, buddy, thank you so much for joining me on this.
Problem.
And
Bye, everyone.
take care, everybody. Enjoy yourselves.